like you know. So I got 10 minutes, y'all. But I need to borrow one, just to tell y'all. So I wrote something when she told me, Shamena, I want you to speak at my conference. So I said, okay. So from the time she told me all the way up until about a month ago, I was done writing because I was going through. I was being defeated, and I had to get this thing right. So I wrote this thing, shared it. It was approved. Everything was fine. A couple of days ago, I'm riding down the road praying to God, and he says, tell them about me. Shamena, tell them about, Lord, I already wrote this thing. It's already planned out. It's done. They should already know about you. Tell them about me, Shamena. Okay. Okay, Lord. I'm crying. I'm nervous. I'm calling people. I'm going off. You know, when sometimes that when God tells you to do something, you just got to do it. Your nerves kick in. You just got to do it. So here we go. The name of this is When They Thought They Were Undefeated. When they thought that they were undefeated. I'm going to go through here real quick. It sounds deep, but it's very brief because you should already know about Jesus. But I want you to feel the passion and see how he walked through this thing. Okay, it's all about a process to become undefeated. And your adversary thinks that he is the undefeated person, and you are defeated. And sometimes it looks like that, but that's not true. So check out Jesus. He says, Shamena, tell him about me. Okay, Lord. In Mark 14:32-7, it says they went to the olive grove called Gethsemane, and Jesus said, sit here while I pray. He took Peter, James, and John with him, and he became deeply troubled. Don't y'all get troubled? And depressed. Now, this is Jesus, okay? He told them, my soul is crushed with grief to the point of death. Stay here and keep watch for me, okay? Then he went a little further and fell on the ground, and he prayed, Father, if it's possible, in this awful hour awaiting him, please pass it by. Please, Lord. Abba, Father, he cried out, everything is possible for you. Please take this cup of suffering away from me. Yet I want your will to be done, not mine. Okay? So Jesus was agonized in the garden. Agonized is to suffer mental agony. Agony is extreme pain or mental distress. We're talking about Jesus. We ain't talking about y'all. None of us, not me. We're talking about Jesus. He says, Shamena, tell him about me. We're going to go on over to Mark 14:63. Jesus was arrested, and he was questioned. During this questioning, it was false. They was making a mockery out of him. They was laughing at him. And then after a while, then the high priest just snapped. He tore his clothes off. He tore the clothes off and whore. Why do you need other witnesses? You have all heard his blaspheme. What is your verdict? They said, guilty. Guilty. You going to the doctor. They saying sick. Diseases. No hope for you. They telling Jesus. I ain't talking about y'all. I forgot. Jesus said, tell them about him. Okay. So Jesus said, tell him, Shamena, that I was accused, blindfolded, beaten with the fist, and mocked. And my clothes was torn off on that day. On that day. Shamena, tell them all this for them to show you that you can still stand and go through. So we're going to roll on over to Mark 15:1-2. Jesus stands trial. Okay? He all up in there. He's standing there. They going in. He's standing there. Now, I'm acting like Jesus now. In his mind, he's probably saying, well, they're going to crucify me. Anyway, I have this assignment for the Lord, for my Father. This process is over the top. They said in 1, Pilate asked Jesus, are you the King of Jews? Jesus replied, you have said it. Yes, that's me. That's me. I am the King of Jews. Yes, that's me. Tell him, Shamena. So he was handed over to the Roman soldiers, in which they dressed him in purple. Okay? Tell him, Shamena. Okay. And they put a wreath of thorns on his head and made him carry his own tree. You see the trees outside? Can you imagine carrying that on your back? Thank God for Simon. Oh, Lord, tell them, Shamena, that they took me to Golgoth, a place of skulls. They offered me wine, drugged with mirth. Say that again, Shamena, because people be saying, Jesus drank wine. They offered me wine and drugged with mirth. Then they the cross. Yeah. They hung him. Tell them, Shamena, in this process of them thinking that they're and I'm defeated, it may look like I'm, but I'm not. Tell them that I was lied on. I was no one to pray for me. I was beaten. I had no glory. I was crushed. I was grieved. I was tempted. I was challenged. I was depressed. And I questioned the Father with no answer. He didn't even answer me. Is this how it's supposed to be? How many times we've questioned God? How many times we wonder what's going on? What's going on our own way? How many times we y'all? Yes. Tell y'all about him. I got to stay on track. So, Mark 15 to 33. Jesus died. He went to glory. But check this out. At noon, darkness fell across the whole land until the whole land until 2 o'clock. Then at 3 o'clock, my God abandoned me. Yeah. Then Jesus outcry. Breath had left him. And why all this God all the while he looking down saying, I got you, my bad. I got you. So he died. And God's looking. Now listen here. You're gonna get them keys. Okay? Downhill. He got them keys. I'm here. I got them, y'all. I am the valley. I am the King, the Lord of Lords, the Son of God. I have authority over death, and no come to God except coming. I need God. That's who I am. I am Jesus. And through me. That's it. Y'all better